Hi everybody, Dave Matthews for Champion Trading. What we're showing today, this is the Romaco Bosspak tablet capsule filler. It's a high-speed unit rated for almost 200 containers per minute. The unit is tooled for a 60cc bottle as you see it right now. That's what's marked here on the tooling. We have it powered up at 440 volts and it's three-phase. It's converting that to a 223 phase within the panel. We'll take you through that in a minute. Because we don't have the manual or any of the program nomenclature, we're unable to run it, but we can test most of the functions on it. Let me start over here. It has a 6-inch Delrin tabletop or acetyl tabletop chain conveyor. And you'll see there's a couple of eyes right here. We're not sure why they have two. We're imagining that because they're post and vertically mounted, it's probably to see if a bottle has fallen over on the way in. As you travel in through the first star wheel, in feed, you'll see inside here, we believe this to be for a counter. You'll see the unit is lit up, that little eye, which works off this reflector right here. So because this remains stationary, this is rotating, we can assume that to be a counter. As you travel down the conveyor, there's another eye right here. It's just underneath here, Jim. You go down below, you can see that clearly in there. And then there's another eye on the exiting side. And if you travel around the back here, the unit also has a reject station right here, and this eye determines and sees whether it fills up with containers. So as containers get pushed to the back over here, it would send off a signal to the operator. But coming back around to the main turret, I'm going to come around this side. We're able to get some of the individual feeders. As the head travels around, it has 12 stations. Each one has an electronic tablet counter. And if you take a step up here, Jim, you can see we've got these running right here. Some of them, and we're not sure why it is doing it, but let me show you real quick. This one you'll see here, which is station number 12. If I take the eyepiece of my glasses and just stick it down through the viewer, it'll stop the unit. We're not sure why that is. Each one of these pops out, and you'll hear the pneumatics when I pull this out. Underneath here, inside the block, and you can see it through the window here on the side, Jim, that's there is a little gating device that closes when it finishes the required amount of count. So each one of these are modular, very nice. They've all been marked with which one they think, and they slide right in easily and plug back in. We see some of the other ones running, and the same thing applies there. And I'll show you, if over here on this one on the right, Jim, which is station number, if I even stick my finger down in here, it'll sense it and stop. We're not sure why that is. Over the top here, it has a sensor. This is on the back side of the machine. This is the feed system, and this is a sensor making sure there's a constant feed. It's a proximity type sensor, we believe. I'm going to take you back around to the control panel right now. We initially wrote up the screen, populated, but then turned off. We have the guard switch closed right now, so we can't operate with the guards. Your stop-start, your emergency stop, and there's also a plug-in module under here, probably for programming. So we're doing a little bit of factory assistance to get this set up. Something else noteworthy, there's encoders almost everywhere. This is making sure the conveyor is operating. Now inside in here in the control panel, these are in to lock in the pneumatic system, which allows us to run the Siemens MicroMaster controls here. Also, the head moves up and down by power, and that would normally run off the touchscreen, but we can override it here by just doing this, and you just slowly see the heads moving up there, and then it has a separate relay, marked K4 here in the control panel, and that takes it down. So ordinarily you'd be running it. So some of these functions we're able to figure out as we go along. There's nothing cut, all the wiring's intact, everything's operating. Come around back here, we're going to give you a look. This is the feeder. This hopper would ride down to the bottom, be loaded. This is an agitator. It would ride up and then feed in the back of the unit right there. This also has its own control panel. We changed the battery out in it. We don't know. We had showing 6 volts left in the battery. which should be right here. So this is a new battery. It's a 3.6 volt lithium battery. We are seeing some signals, but everything's beautiful condition, absolutely clean. The main drive for the lift has a bottom micro switch, top micro switch, encoder up top, and an encoder on the motor, and that's most likely to tell you if the belt is ever broken. And that would indicate. We got a spare battery we stuck in here with it. It's brand new. Most of the life of these batteries can be 5 years or more. Plug-in terminals here. That's for the hopper feeder. And this is about all we know on the machine. Besides, it's in beautiful condition. We think it's originally made around '06. It has seen virtually no service since it was originally purchased. Went through a couple of hands, and the two companies did go out of business. And we're selling it for its present owner right now. We do hope you'll visit our website at www.champtrading.com, and we certainly look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for joining us for this video today.